Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your 2022 year in review. That rhymes. This is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You certainly could have planets in Scorpio, but this is really your year review. So we're going to break it down by seasons, and then we're going to read the whole spread together. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. My card's already pre-shuffled. I particularly like the Light Seers deck for you. So I'm going to use the Light Seers for your seasons. And then I'm going to use the Crystal Vision, another one I really like for you, for the to break down each season for you. All right, let's begin. Let's begin. We have the Three of Wands, opens up the winter. Happy New Year, by the way. We have the Six of Swords, opens up the spring. We have, well, hello, Four of Wands, opens up the summer. Some of you could be saying, I do. I do. I love you, and I love you too. This is about making a commitment. It is a marriage card. We're in the year, 2022 is the year of the lovers. And it's one of those periods where, you know, if you're in a relationship, it's either going to work or it's not. Like, you're going to know it this year. You probably know it already. You probably figured it out through last year, which is the 5-year, right, change. I feel like some of you have already made those changes because the opening with the Three of Wands tells me that you, for the most part, have an optimistic viewpoint towards your year. So anyway. And then we have the Five of Swords. That will be the fall. Okay. Bring us down. I know it's harder to see this type of spread. We have the Devil on the bottom of the deck. I'm not really reading the bottom of the deck energy, but I did turn it over, so there must have been a reason. The Devil, which is the card of Capricorn. You know, the Devil can talk to things that you felt tied to. I don't feel like that would be the case any longer. Opening again with the Three of Wands. I don't feel you're feeling tied to anything. I don't know. Just there's a sense of freedom in that, I guess. All right, let's bring in the Crystal Vision and let's start with winter. You know, and some of the things as I was shuffling your decks, I was getting for you is I feel like this is a year that your personality is going to grow, really in every aspect. So it's a great time to feed your mind, right? Learn, meditate, read, connect with like-minded people. It would be a great time for you if you do that. I also feel you're going to be like immensely charming, like irresistible, and funny, witty. So, you know, I feel like people will just think you are great to be around. Now, that doesn't mean always, every day, but for the most part. And I also feel that before we move into this, that your good deeds and your kind heart are appreciated much more this year, probably than in the last 9 years. I feel like a lot of us are closing out that 9-year cycle. You know, or it really depends where your life path is at, but you know, I feel like if you're not there, you're close to it. So anyways, I feel like you're just going to be much more appreciated. to those who matter, I guess. And I feel like good deeds of previous days are coming back to you. So I feel like this is a period where you'll feel lucky, but it's really not luck, so to speak. It's more because previous energy that you've put out there and maybe truly expected nothing back in return. It's usually when I feel like good deeds come back to us. All right, let's move you up there. And we're going to take 3 cards for each one, or more. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. We have the Moon, card of Pisces. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. We have the 2 of Swords. And we have the 10 of Swords. You know what I feel like this is saying right off the bat is I feel like for some of you, you've made a decision about something that prior you hadn't. And it doesn't have to be a major life-changing decision, but it can lead to that. Because I feel like, you know, it's like I went with my gut with something, on something, and this may not have even happened yet. What we're going to remember about January, at least I feel, you know, at this table, that, you know, we're excited for January, we're excited, but for some of us, we're still kind of wrapping up the year of 2021, so you know, we expect all this newness in January, and January says, hang on, it's coming. It's coming. So, you know, I feel like previously there was just, you know, like, I want to do something, but because of the uncertainty, it's kind of held me back. I also want to say that I feel like for a long time you've been like collecting these swords in your back, you know, and I feel like when we get to the 10 of Swords, it's like we expect them. And because we expect them, well, the universe isn't going to let you down. If you expect it, it'll come. And that's kind of why I like the reversal of that really opening this, because I feel like this is talking about what was, and you know, it's like I have this, like I'm looking at life and I'm saying, you know what, I'm not sure if this is going to work. You know, if I have this plan in my head, I'm not sure what's going to happen. But instead of feeding negative energy to it, I'm going to start looking at it at like, what can I do about it? Don't forget about your energy this year, and your personality really growing, and I feel like you're traveling towards a lot of like-minded people, and that's a good thing. I feel like you're leaving, and listen, it may just be energetically leaving a lot of heavy toxic type of energy. Something makes you make a decision to, in a way, I feel like you're changing your life. So I feel like maybe it's talking about, this is really about clearing up the rest of that mental house, you know, like where we allow these swords to keep coming. And I feel like now you're looking at it differently, saying, you know, listen, even if I'm becoming single in this energy or individual in this energy, I'm not looking at it like that's forever. So I like that you're cutting something. I like that. I feel like the time of these swords stabbing you. Listen, 2 swords is saying you're going to make that decision. You're going to make the decision. Everything may not be clear in front of you, But that's okay. It's interesting because in the Three of Wands, I really feel the sun's energy, and then next to it is the moon, the sun and the moon. That can talk about traveling, by the universe. I'm thinking of like by the night sky, what have you. It's like shadows are no longer, especially with the devil here, no longer pinning you down. Blindfolds have come off. Indecision has become decision. All of that. So, wow. All right, let's keep going. Now, I'm reading this as your yearly, but I want to tell you, um, to break it apart because I feel like it's all going to speak to each other. Keep that in mind. And I'm saying that because then you look at the Six of Swords. Well, maybe it will take till the spring for some of you to finally, for good, let go of that old Ten of Swords energy. We have the Three of Cups. So the spring is, in the energy of the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is about truly leaving what's toxic behind. Even if it means that the water's going to be choppy for a moment or two. But, how much do I love, because I felt it earlier, how you're traveling towards like-minded people, and that's exactly what you're doing here. You're heading towards like-minded people. This is a reason to celebrate in this energy. Celebrate your growth, how far you have come, truly. How far you have come, even if you haven't even taken the first step. It's like, good job. But you're heading towards like-minded people, and it kind of makes sense if, let's say, this is a commitment down here, that first it would best serve me to first travel this path in this way. So, Ten of Swords, be gone. That's what was. It does not need to be what is any longer. Being willing to go through that little bit of choppiness to get you to, and I feel like, again, your good deeds are coming back to you. Wow, look at this. So we have 2 threes, first of all, side by side. So think of that, and with the 6 right next to it. And it may be talking about breaking this 6 down. Like, how can I be successful during the choppiness? First of all, it's, finding, excuse me, that inner joy within myself. But also in the Three of Pentacles, it's about your uniqueness and, your craft and trusting that craft. I feel like it's others admiring what you do. And again, why? Because now you're in more soulmate type energy. It just makes sense, right? You may be collaborating, finding yourself collaborating. And you don't even have to be collaborating, but maybe like I'm thinking of like myself, and when I do like a tarot reader, I really don't watch a lot of other readings, and it's not because I don't want to. I don't have the time. What was I going to say? But there may be one or two, and I'd love to. I don't know. Like, I keep thinking, how can we all collaborate? Like those who want to start a channel. Like, I keep thinking we should start a channel. I was just telling my daughter this. We should start a channel and call it the Band of Sisters. And if you're a guy, it doesn't leave you out. But that name just came to me. So I don't know. It's like the collaboration of like-minded people, and each part is unique to itself, right? But it's what fulfills the puzzle. So, listen, Scorpio, this is all energy you're moving to. Your creative house is really going to be lit. And let's face it, if we look at this, it's like this man is admiring this woman's work, unbeknownst to her, really unbeknownst to her. He's doing one thing, she's doing another. We have the Six of Wands, and it certainly feels like your personality is on fire. Again, so charming. This is the energy of where, at the Ten of Swords, this is where I'm taking everybody else's shit. I'm living everybody else's life. I'm doing it everybody else's way. Now, in this row, I'm doing it my way. I'm believing in myself. I'm finding that joy within myself, my creation. I don't care what anybody else thinks. The right people will get it. The Six of Swords puts you in this energy of people looking up to you, seeking you for advice, maybe over how you've overcome your own 10 swords. We all have it. So, I find by spring, you're like, whew, you're lit up. You're lit up and you're moving in the right direction, for sure. Okay, let's keep going. Usually if a card wants to come into the reading, it has to make it to the table. But if it flips itself, I always take it. It did not, but okay, so first came out the Eight of Swords. And I was thinking to myself, boy, I hope this stays on this good note. And every time I think, like, I should just leave my brain out of it and just let it leave, I feel like it's my guides who help us here. It's like the bam, they show me exactly what I don't want. So the Eight of Wands, that first of all, it's self-created, right? This is talking about love, clearly. It's talking about commitment. So, there's someone who's coming into your life. It feels like it's part of this next journey. But nonetheless, the Eight of Swords is certainly created out of the past. And that is from the Ten of Swords. So it's like I protect my heart. I only let you so close, right? But really what I'm doing is I'm not allowing myself to receive either. We're in the year of the lovers. We're in the year, think of the Six of Pentacles also. The give and the take, being open to receiving, allowing your good deeds, good people to come your way. I feel like if you allow your intuition to be strong, you don't need to protect yourself. Like, you can trust what you feel. You know what I mean? If it feels right, it just might be right. If it feels wrong, it's probably wrong. But let's keep going. Well, look at this. It's like, too bad. Here is the, how interesting. Coming under that Three of Pentacles where, I feel like this person's kind of admiring you, and you don't even know it. And then the Four of Wands is right below that. Huh. It's almost like someone saying, will you marry me? And you say no. And then 2 weeks later, they ask it again. And they're going to ask it again and again until you finally say yes. So, I guess it must be understandable. Someone's like, maybe the other half is saying, I get why why you're trying to protect your heart. I get that. I think we've all been through it. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. But nonetheless. And you look up here, you have the Two of Swords. So even the Two of Swords over this energy, this is the only thing I feel like we're questioning is, down the road, do I make a commitment? I was going to move the Five of Swords. I don't know why. Let's keep going. This moves us into like what are we in? Summer. You know what I mean? Time is fluid. But as we're breaking it down, it's like the summertime area. Um, and listen, I don't know how the Ten of Swords and the Four of Wands could exist together in the same energy, on the same vibration. They just don't, right? The Ten of Swords vibration is way down here. The Four of Wands it's right where it needs to be. It's like-minded people who are completely open and honest and want to commit to each other. Okay, well, hello, Destiny. This is the wheel. Maybe this is the time. Okay, and now we're going to add the fall, but again, we're reading it as a whole. So we have Destiny, the wheel. You know, even with the Six of Wands above that, it's like, you know, if someone told you could not do what it is you wanted to do, you know, in that energy, you feel belittled, talked down to, you know, what is true, what is false. It's just, but you have a small part in that. And your part is that and it's all of us when I say that. You know, there's a blindfold in the Two of Swords. So just taking that off. And I feel like also knowing that you're strong enough to listen, I don't know. I just feel like I'm no longer taking people's bullshit. And as soon as that happens, it's moving you into a different type of energy. And as soon as that happens, it starts moving you into more opportunity. And as soon as that happens, it starts moving you into soulmate type energy, where you're really being lit up and others are looking towards you. Your charm is coming out. And then we start talking about a commitment. Should I? Could I? Do I? You know, the wheel says, listen, it's on your blueprint. You know, you can rip that blueprint up if you want, but it's on your blueprint. Let's keep going. We have the Hangman. Well, hello, Knight of Pentacles. Feels like a prince. I mean, you know, how fairy tale-ish. But it does. For some reason, like, as soon as I turn him around, I feel like he's a prince. Truly, what the Knight of Pentacles is, though, number one, is a lesson. And that's about patience. All good things come to those who wait. You know, it's funny when I say that, I'm thinking, but I don't always want you waiting. You know, I'd rather see you in action. And this year has you in action. So anyways, let's get back to the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, I often feel, is your guardian angel. It's a slow-moving knight, but it will reach you. You know, these knights have a purpose, and their purpose, it's like your angels, or your guides that are being sent to bring you something in your world. You know, the Knight of Pentacles to me is something is coming into my physical world. This isn't about like my spirituality growing stronger, though I think that's going to happen. But this is talking about, this knight is bringing you a pentacle, something that expands your physical world. Hangman's right before that. I almost feel like saying, well, you know, I'm waiting until that perfect prince comes in, or princess. Anyways, Knight of Pentacles, I have to say, is something I can trust. It carries the energy of loyalty, honesty. So, like, there is nothing about the Knight of Pentacles where I need to fear that energy coming. And it's coming, you know, what's right above it? The Four of Wands, the marriage card. But we open with the Five of Swords. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I thought I got rid of all this crap, all these walls. I thought I already got rid of them, and bam, bam, here comes this energy towards me of, it's just like, if it must be overwhelming, right? With two Four of Wands. And by the way, a Four of Wands means that both people want to be there. Both people couldn't imagine not being together at that point. So, but it doesn't mean, and I feel like sometimes I feel like, okay, I'm all good, I'm healed, and then some type of potentially blessing comes your way, right? And then boom, that old wall comes back up. Just remember that. Just be like, okay, that armor is from this energy of the past. It has nothing to do with the present. Now, you know what I mean? And I feel like, here's the Five of Swords. Listen, if this is someone who's coming back, I would just say, I would say take your time. Because in a way, I feel like this is someone new. Now, listen, this could be someone. What I'm saying is, like, even in like a new relationship, whatever it is, I don't feel like this is like an ex-husband coming back. Even if they did, I feel like it would be an automatic no, because this feels different. This feels, and it's showing me that this is really taking you away from what was. Okay, interesting. We have two sixes mirroring each other and two threes in between. 6, year of the lover. You got all the sixes, right? Not all of them, but I mean, you got two sixes here. 6 of Swords, 6 of Wands. And that's the energy of victory, by the way. And I feel like it's just what you're meant to have. Like, you're meant to live a fruitful life. It's just part of your destiny. And yes, why were you given such hard lessons? Because you can handle it. That's why. Because you're stronger than a lot of other people. That's why you were given them. So that you could find that inner strength within yourself to overcome. And not be afraid to reach out and ask for help when help is needed. That type of thing. Because you take your blindfold off. You don't wear blindfolds. I feel like 2022 has you in no fear about chasing. Well, I feel like, listen, I don't know what's going to happen, right? But if I put my best foot forward, how could it not be good? We have the 7 of Cups. Interesting. As your last card. 7 of Cups can be confusing energy. It's kind of like when you're trying to make choices, right? I'm trying to make choices, but, all of a sudden, like, I'm in my emotional house again, and I feel like every time I choose a cup, it looks so nice when it shows up, but then it turns, into a snake. 2 of Pentacles. That's the logical mind. But I also want to say, it's a 7, and that could be moving you into the following year, which is exactly where we would be. So, let's go over the whole spread with the Gilded Tarot. And, truth be told, I don't feel like we're meant to talk a lot about your past. I feel like we're meant to talk more about your future and truly how bright it can be. I don't think we just, look at that. We just have to realize, like, not all things are easy, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't go after it. We have King of Cups. Can be Scorpio, you. Can be Cancer. Can be Pisces. Or can be someone who has come to the table. The King of Cups, as it relates to love, I love. when he's in the upright, because this is someone who truly wants to be in a relationship. They feel the importance of that partner, that one. So I kind of like him here. Coming over the Three of Wands. Listen, this is something new. There's been a spark. There's a spark. And I feel like follow that spark. See where it takes you. We have the Five of Wands. We have look at that, Two of Pentacles, which we already saw on the bottom of this deck. I don't know why I turned it over. We have it again. Coming over the Two of Swords. That's just, I feel like it's just saying more. Like, I don't know. I kind of feel like, if that king's not you, it's someone who may just have shown up. And listen, it may not have been a time when, like, everything was hunky-dory. I just don't think it was. So now I have the Two of Pentacles over this Two of Swords. So it has me, again, making a decision over what? Over this Ten of Swords. Why? Because the Five of Wands is here. And the Five of Wands is where, it's just battling type energy. I don't know why I'm not connecting that king to that. It's almost like I feel like this king is outside of it. But nonetheless, so it's saying as I, make these decisions, if I haven't yet, even with the shadow there, I feel like, listen, I know what I know, what I know. And I feel like the Two of Pentacles says, just know that. Go with what you know, And I don't mean, how do I mean that? I mean, use the logical mind. You can analyze, don't overanalyze. Sometimes taking that moment to analyze is good, but don't overanalyze. All right, let's keep going. It's funny because I'm seeing that 5, which is 2021. Was a 5-year. We have, hello, the Empress. I mean, come on. The Empress living in the Ten of Swords? No. But is that how she became the Empress? Is that how she, through her hardships and how she overcame them, is how she now is the Empress? It's so funny because I felt like the Ten of Swords and the Four of Wands just are in different vibrations. So is the Empress and the Ten of Swords. But I feel like this is someone like rising up from the Ten of Swords, becoming the Empress, like knowing that energy. The Empress has the powers of all the queens. Remember that, because that is you. You already have it. There's nothing that you're going to do that hasn't already been done. Your spirit knows that. Well, hello, Two of Cups. So, right off the bat, it's like this is just verifying. Because in that Six of Swords, right, and this is the goodbye to the Ten of Swords, there's soulmates. There's a soulmate. Right where I started to feel it, right where you become lit. Sparks start flying. We have, well, hello, the sun under the moon. Some of you may feel like this is like a twin. Like, holy shit, this is like my twin soul. Maybe. Don't even worry about that. But the one thing it is saying is, here is the Two of Cups, right? This is after the fact, after the Ten of Swords. Once I understand that I am the Empress. Now listen, the Empress isn't cocky. She is gentle. She is loving. She knows it is love that makes the world go around. But she's also strong. She's also knowledgeable, wise, creative. She is not afraid to give birth to her ideas and create from that. And, what's right underneath it, again, the energy of victory, being victorious. This Three of Cups, some people would read that as, could read it in a negative way, and it can be, of course. Honestly, I could see where, it could say, what keeps me closed from, like, really having, like, pure, innocent, true love. Um, it would be the past. It would be, potentially, people cheated on us, all that. All that. Could have been lots of egos involved, all of that. Yes, it's all true, but it can still all be cleared. I feel like that's what life is about. That's why you get like 9-year cycles. It's so it can be cleared. So anyway, the sun right next to the Two of Cups. First of all, the sun is the ruler of Leo. We have the Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius could be. We have the Hangman. I feel like this Queen of Wands certainly can be fire for someone, but I also feel like this is your intuition. This is you trusting you. The Queen of Wands is the one who follows her gut, doesn't overthink it at all. She just, if it feels right, she moves into it. I feel like there's something you're creating also. And, maybe what has been the hang up, what has hung it all up, it could have been waiting for you to, like, emerge as the Empress. What else do we have? Look at that, the Seven of Swords again. We always wish they could be all great cards, right? But that wouldn't be life. Like, we want to see the reality and what we can do to overcome it. We have, well, hello, Judgment. This is your ancestors. This is your whole spiritual team. This is divine. This is the universe. This is a call to attention. What's it calling to attention? These 8 swords. The sun is right above it. Complete illumination. Where my blocks are at. As it's relating, I feel like to commitments. Maybe love in general, but I feel more about like commitments, right? Like I can't make that choice. So anyways, it's like your spiritual team needs you to come front and center. Why? 6 of Swords. Again, 6 of Swords. It's like your spiritual team is saying, these 8 swords do not belong. And I need you to move away from them. I need you to move away from them. It's interesting because, it's like I'm in this boat, but I'm heading towards the wheel, but connecting with the 4 of Wands at the same time. I feel like it's like your spiritual team saying, I hate to keep saying, but like what was of the past that was toxic and what is of the future, what can be. We have the High Priestess. That's your intuition. That's your higher self. The Hangman's seeking wisdom, right? He wants to have an awakening. He wants to have movement, but he wants it at the right time. He's in a rush for it. So he's seeking. He is seeking. And it's interesting that the High Priestess is, what's connecting to it with the wheel. Okay, what else do we have? We have, well, hello, Ace of Cups, coming over the Five of Swords, but also touching the Four of Wands and the Seven of Swords. And then look at this. We have the Two of Wands coming over the Hangman. Listen, boy, I don't feel like it's going to be easy for someone else to, I don't know, talk you into, move you along, love. I feel like they're going to have to work for it. But nonetheless, I feel like at the same time, like, this is different energy. Like, like, this is soulmate energy. So there's a much more understanding of, like, these blocks that automatically arise. And we're like, whoa, I thought that was gone. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't have to fear that I'm going to lose something because that arises. It's going to come anyways. And I feel like this is just saying, if this is the right person, they're going to help you move beyond that. But allow yourself at the same time. The sun is here and it's right next to the Two of Cups. So I feel like what it's saying is whoever, and then we have the Ace of Cups. So as it speaks romantically, I feel like it will be illuminated. Like, I feel like you will know. I don't know. I just feel it's going to be illuminated. I feel like it's going to just make you feel good. It's kind of like bring out your inner child again. How fun would that be? And this is going to be a fun year for you, but there are going to be ups and downs. But how great, the Sun and the Empress. Like, challenges. Look at what I've overcome. I can face anything. You're not asking to face anything. You just have this sense, right? There's a sense. So anyways, I feel like finally, this may be a yes. And it's coming over the Hangman. See how they all flipped over? We have the Nine of Wands. It's funny because some can have like a 9 life path. It's interesting because the Nine of Wands is also, like, I feel like a 9-year cycle. And it's one that there could have been heavy responsibilities. You really had to trudge through the mud. But what happened because of it, because you did not give up on yourself, you have become, I feel, much more spiritually strong. So that you can rest on. Well, hello, Three of Pentacles again. And then we have the Eight of Cups. So really the Eight of Cups is coming over the Seven of Cups. And I feel like this is just saying this is a year where things just are going to really be clear. Start it with an optimistic view of all that can be. Grow. I feel like you're growing to a level where know what is bullshit and be like, enough is enough. It can be communication with other people, like, someone belittling me, and it'd be like, no, because we're on such different vibrations, right? Like, but I have to know that about myself. Again, I don't feel a sense of cockiness with her. Almost like I just leave it behind and I just do my thing. I do my thing. And eventually love comes to the Empress. Now, I don't think the Two of Cups is only talking about one person. I know it is talking about one person, and this person is going to be special. Chances are this is going to be either, asking for a commitment over and over again, or it could be a marriage proposal. I don't know. But I also feel like, I don't want you to forget, I also feel like you're moving towards a lot of like-minded people that are really going to be like part of your success. And again, I don't mean that in an ego way. It's because you have been through a lot. So what you have to say when it comes out wise, others want to hear it. Others may need it. So, trust yourself. And if nothing else, as is relating to love, I don't have a worry because, it's like, here's judgment, here is like your seeds come, your miracles come in the present moment. There's complete illumination. It's funny because I feel like I meet someone first, or someone's in my life first, and then I move down like towards, maybe the summertime where someone may then be like, may I have your hand in marriage? Or, you know what I mean? Or let's move in together, or let's be boyfriend and girlfriend, that type of thing. So, but it feels big. Don't feel like just let's be boyfriend and girlfriend. Maybe. I mean, I'm just a boyfriend and girlfriend right now, but there's real, true love. So, I shouldn't make fun of that. Anyway, I don't know. I'm going to leave it there. I feel like you're in for a good year. And I feel like any challenges that you come up against, just tell yourself, remind yourself who you are, what you've ever come before. And again, anything that's, how do I say this? Anything that's going to happen has already happened before. And the Empress kind of feels like, it feels like past lives wisdom, right? Like, I know somewhere in my past life I've overcome this before or even had it worse. I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to stop talking now, and I just want to thank you. May this year be your greatest year yet. When they say the year of the lovers, holy cow, they're really talking about it with you. Maybe it's just coming in this year. Maybe it's just coming in. Maybe, it's waiting till the end of the year. Your mind, if you put it in your creative house, I feel like the rest you should just kind of let go of. Like no more bullshit. And then I'm going to trust myself within whatever it is. And, and listen, doesn't mean that you're out looking for these people. I feel like maybe you are, but I feel like, it's just going to happen. It's going to happen. So it feels like a much more, a much better year. Whew, a much better year. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I love you. Again, thank you for everything. Thank you for donations. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be staying on YouTube. I have to tell you, it's becoming harder and harder. I don't know why. Maybe it's just been the energy of 2021. So I thought I'm going to give it till the spring, to see if, because I have to be able to make a living. So we'll see. We'll see. But, I'm staying very optimistic about it. So I just want to let you know how special you are, and I love you all, and I'm so glad you're on my journey with me, and I'm on yours. And open yourself up to experiences, and know that you can handle it. The sun is illuminating this Two of Cups and your creative house. How does it get better? I love you guys. I will see you next time at my table. Bye-bye.